Good evening, and so basically this video is about it's about to become is tales of drinking alcohol. And tonight, this afternoon, I worked and I did some stuff, and then on my way home by bicycle, I called in at this place, which I made a video on before, and sometimes when I'm having really good times, I don't make videos. I don't video the time that I'm having. I just completely forget. I don't know if I switch off or I just act normal, because when you think about it, it's not really normal to get out a fucking video or camera and start recording your activities. And I'm sure that most people like this. When you're having fun, you're having a good time, and with your mates or even strangers, you're just it would be strange because it stops you acting the way you naturally act. And when some people say to me, "You're not funny," well, they don't know my life, because I meet people every day and I make them laugh. And especially people that feed me, especially English-speaking people that feed me funny comments, and I reply to that. They're brilliant. I love that. Anyway, this video is about tonight, and I went to this this izakaya about 5 o'clock. I was first in the doors. I was wondering if they were open, and they let me in. I just said, "Is it okay?" I was the first guy there, and they got me a beer, and then they started to make me food. And it was like a kind of thing that I didn't ask. I wanted food. They knew I wanted food. I didn't ask for food. They don't have like a menu. They just make food and give it you, and it's good food. They made it like a pork cutlet or something like that. Fucking really juicy, massive. It was brilliant. They gave me a load of food. And I had like 3 beers. I had 3 large bottles of beer. Like a Atscan, which is like a hot bottle of sake. And sushi, cutlets, ham and eggs, and some baby bamboo. And for like 3,000 yen. And I just said, surely this is not enough money. And they just went, "No, it's okay." So in this bar, which I did make a video of before, the people are generally 2 people younger than me, 53, 56, but the other people were all older. And I was talking to the mama-san. So this is like 5 o'clock, 5:15, and she opens a bottle of beer and she starts drinking, and this interests me. And she's not young, and so I just so I said, "How many bottles of beer do you drink on an evening?" And she says 3 bottles. Now this is like, these bottles are 633 milliliters. They're not like they're big bottles of beer. So it's 2 liters beer. And I'm just, so she's cooking food. So she's cooking food in front of the customers. So she's cooking food and she's drinking beer at the same time. And I must say that the food is fucking very good. It's, you know what I mean? It's all fresh, it's good, but she's cooking it in front of you while drinking beer. And so the other people in this bar, so they're all drinking, let's say, I was the first there at 5 o'clock, and then they all started trickling in after that, 5:15, 5:20, 6 o'clock. And they were all drinking beer, but they share the beer. So they go around each person, and I did the same thing. And you pour a little bit of beer in each person's glass. And so all the other people. So we got onto ages, and what surprised me, the woman that drank. So the mama-san and papa-san. So the mama-san, that's the mama-san is the landlady. Papa-san, master is the landlord. So the landlord is 74, and I was a bit surprised, and he's drinking beer. He's drinking like 3-4 bottles of beer a night, and his wife is like 82. She's fucking 82, and she's drinking like 3 large bottles of beer every day. She's 82 years old, and she's fucking cooking food. She's not just sat on her arse gassing. She's like making food for the customers. It's both their second marriages, because like he used to go to a place she used to work, and they ended up like ending up together. And so I was talking to this, because the master-san, that's what they say, master, and he just said to me, do you want to go to karaoke? And I said, yeah, sure. And so I asked him, and he's asked me a couple of times, and we see how it goes. That's where we got onto ages. And I said to the mum, I said, well, why don't you have like the songs in this place? And she said she tried it, but the important thing was it was too noisy. People couldn't talk. And so so basically what she was saying, because everyone in this bar, and if you can imagine, if you go into a bar and you don't talk to no one, but in this bar everyone talks with each other. They're all elderly, 60s, 70s, 80s, and they all talk and they all laugh. They've all got a sense of humour, and they just some things I can't understand, some things I can understand. And she was saying that's what life is: talking to people, having conversation, having a good time. And so it was just a simple life lesson of this woman who is 82 years old, and she's drinking like fucking 3 large bottles of beer a night. And she's functioning as well as a cook. So, and it's keeping her going. And in your life, in your circle, do you know anyone that is like drinking like a lot of beer a night in their 80s and still working? So, and I was saying to them, this last week I have just drank too much, same as today, without a doubt, because I had a beer lunch and beer there, and now just finished off nearly a full bottle of wine, and I need to rest my body from alcohol, without a doubt. And so should we all. But like I said, with these people, but it was just beer. She wasn't drinking wine. It was just beer. So, is that? Well, I know it is. But so the idea is that if you want to live long, is just talk, be nice, and share with people. But if you're young, you probably wouldn't understand that. So anyway, I'm drunk, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed, and it's a longer video than usual. So cheers, bye bye.